Hello and welcome to Behind the Black Veil, where we get a more intimate look at the mysteries of our lives. What's really good? You're in the space station. This is the spiritual world news. Let us pray. We dedicate ourselves and this conversation, this news broadcast, to generating the energy of peace, bringing clear our creative potential and seeing behind what appears to be obstacles things clearly as they are. Call forth accurate answers, accurate interpretations of those answers. I should say we call this forth. Accurate interpretations of those answers and the wise and skillful application of the guidance we receive here today. What is really good? What is really good? Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Ancestors, creator, universe. What do you see in the world, in the whole wide world, that you don't like? All right? That you see humanity doing right now. You want us to tweak this on all the levels that we can. Okay? Or fix it, or, mild to cataclysmic. What do you see that you don't like? We don't like this. We don't like this right here. Pow. Wow. Union. You know what I get off of that? You're running with a bad crowd. Okay? People are running with the wrong crowd. Okay, wait. The energy of union activates our ability to unite our outer and inner aspects toward a state of wholeness. Okay, so another thing I'm getting off of that is integration. Now, this has come up for me recently with some of my work, and integration, but I'm not sure if we don't like it. Okay, so there's several levels. So on one level, we're integrating with the wrong crowd, right? Humanity. Like we're mismatched. I get the sensation that we're mismatched. Like we're rolling with the wrong people on whatever level, mild to cataclysmic. Like it might be one person or a person, or sometimes, or when this happens, Okay, so also I get that we need to integrate, and live in a state of wholeness and oneness. And I have to say that's the theme for me this morning. So it's still very early morning here where I am. So and I was watching some Democracy Now! And that was coming up. All right, fantastic. Let's go a little further here and get a little more context. What do we bring to this that's going to fix it? All right, what do you recommend? Ancestors, universe, creator, and what are you currently working on as well that we're chipping in, that the children of God are chipping in, pitching in? Sorry, not chipping in, pitching in. Okay, it's all good. Go on. Here's what we want to see more of: freedom. Okay, yes. Okay, so now that's banging me in the head for one reason right now, and that is that I filmed a spiritual world news reading already. I wasn't sure if I wanted to put it out. I didn't know if I liked it. Freedom was the thing. It was right here. So that's banging me in the head right now. The energy of freedom supports our sense of limitless possibility and potential, boundless expression, and bold exploration. You know what I get out of that? Okay, so now there's another layer here. See? So good. Okay. There's another layer here. That layer is not being like the crowd, not following the crowd. We don't like this following the crowd business. Okay? We want you to be unique. We want you to have a sense of your limitless possibilities and potentials. We want you to have boundless expression and boldly explore this territory that we've given you to live in. You dig what I'm saying? Boldly explore it. Go ahead. Go out there and be unique. Be different from everybody. Don't look to be with the crowd. Don't look to blend in with the crowd. That's what I'm getting here. That's what I'm getting here. Don't fuck it. You the only one then. You one of one. Look like here. Alien superstar. All right? Abso-fucking-lutely. You are one of one, priesthood. And you need to teach everybody how to be one of one. Hello? Because we are the ones. Now that's deep. Because that came up in a reading that I did yesterday. All right? Where the person I was reading for was one of one. And I was saying that the children of God are the ones. Do you feel me? A la the Matrix. You know, we are the ones. Like we are the second coming of Christ. God, come on and bring it, universe. Come on now. The universe said y'all are the second coming. Come on now. That's exciting shit. That is fucking exciting. Okay, I didn't even realize I was going to say something exciting today. Didn't even realize. You have no idea how relieved I am that something exciting just happened. It's so early right now. Oh, that's great. Okay, so, all right, cool. That's nice. I like when awesome shit happens. You know what I mean? Okay, so they're saying to go out there and be awesome because you got to set the stage. Remember the pillars? Side note. Remember the pillars that we're building? And I kind of dipped out on the last two pillars, addiction and the career pillar. But I still was doing the work. I hope you was also doing the work. I suspect that you were, you know, whether or not you remembered my framework, you know, in terms of the pillars, we're building it, blah, 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 or it's just the universal what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Either way, the children of God was building the pillars. That's what we're doing here. And so I had dipped out because, of course, during the addiction pillar, side note, okay, this is a side note, okay, when I was doing the addiction pillar, right, I think that was the summertime, I was wrestling with Satan at that time. Right. Some of y'all might remember, for those of y'all who've been rocking with me. Okay, I was wrestling Satan. So busy, you know, busy. And then with the career pillar, the tower, right? After, because, you know, wrestling with Satan, boom, you know, got that done, brought the tower down on his head and bounced. But of course, the tower came down on me. There was debris and shrapnel and all of that, right? Okay, cool. So, boom, during the career pillar, that was, okay, how do I get out from under this tower? You know, all of this debris and whatnot, right? Okay. And now, boom, now we're putting in the practice. This is the final pillar. Okay, coming up as we come up into winter. Okay, so we're still in the career pillar until December, till the solstice, right? Okay, boom, the solstice. Okay, universe, go ahead. Universe is coming to you live. Whenever you're watching this, the universe is coming to you live whenever you're watching this. Okay, absolutely. Pull it all together. Okay, I love it. This is an exciting breaking news right here. This is breaking news. Yeah, because the career pillar, oh my God, it is just, I don't know, children of God, is it getting awesome for you? Like the prospects, the sense of limitless potential and possibility, the boundless expression and the bold exploration with the ideas that you're coming up with. Am I right? The downloads that you're getting, are you getting them? Oh my God. Because, you know, like it's still the blueprint. It's still the blueprint. I get the sensation. You know what I mean? But there's some in terms of what you're going to add to your career, if you're going to change your career, you know, whatever. Be who you really are. You're one of one. Okay? You don't need no crowd. Look like here. Okay? So it's an integration of self. Okay? It's a unification with the universe, with the ancestors, with the creator, is what gives birth to this freedom. It's what legitimizes your existence. Do you feel me? So of course you get to be yourself. Of course you get to do for a living what you came here to do. You know? All right, I'm going to get back off the side note. I'm sorry, okay? We might bounce back later on, okay? Let's get back to the reading. I hope you got something out of that. Ancestors, let me just do some bridges, all right? Bear with me. Please stand by. Let me do a few bridges. I like the bridge. Make me feel like it's properly shuffled. Okay. Bear with me. Please stand by. Okay. After these messages, we'll be right back. All right. Get your downloads right now. Breathe them in. All right. Fantastic. Here we go. Ancestors, thank you for being here. I love you. Pull it all together and down back to the building, would you? Wham. Come on now. I am done. I am fucking done right here. Do you understand me? I said the high priestess is what I said. I didn't say it, but now I'm saying it. Hello? Right, because that's what they said. Right, right. Ancestor said, intuitive connection, secret knowing. You know the universe. You know these secrets, children of God. You are the ones. Hello? Right, right. The second coming of Christ. What is the high priestess? The high priestess is a practitioner of spirituality. Do you feel me? The minister, the messenger. Come on. Come on. I said get your motherfucking personal around here, is what I said. All right? Absolutely. You know why? Because it's a network of ones. Hello? Absolutely. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just the high priestess. Okay? If you're here and you practice being here, you practice? Hello? You love God? All right. You work for God? Absolutely. Yeah, that means you a priest or a priestess. That's what that means. Right. 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 Because you see my views, right? Every motherfucker doesn't find me. Do you feel me? You understand? And these messages are clearly coming from the universe. Do you understand me? Hello? I mean, not that I'm the only way to get an answer, but I know when you come here, you getting the answer. That's all I'm saying. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just getting real excited because, whoa. It's so alive, people. It's so alive. Oh, my God. Amen. Thank you, ancestors. Okay? The secret knowing this is who you are. This is who you are. Break away. Break away from the crowd. And that goes for everyone in humanity, and you have to show humanity how to do that. That's your job. Okay? Look like here. It's your job to be free. To be yourself. Amen. It's your job to come here and do what it is that you do. Whatever that is. Hello? Facts. Facts. Whatever that is. That's beautiful. I get trust your knowing. Trust the ancestors because she represents the connection to the ancestors. And what it brings into your life because you have that connection to the ancestors. She also has a position of power and authority in life. It's not like, oh, I'm the authority figure. It's not projective. It's receptive. It's, if you come to her, she will perform her duty, but she's not like going around like how the cosmic cops might go around, you know what I mean, or show up. She's not beating anyone, she's not arresting anyone, that sort of thing. Her authority is in her realm, right? Okay, so you're one of one, your authority in your realm, right? And then also a refreshment of life purpose. We're doing a refreshment. Okay, so we was building all year with the pillars, okay? And then by the time we finish with the career and then the spirituality, the reconvening with the spirit, to kind of start moving forward with your new identity, with your new more manifested, more present identity, really. It's more concentrated, it's more focused. That's what I'm seeing here. Then you get the freedom. You see what I'm saying? The refreshment of your life purpose, like knowing who you are, understanding your place, understanding your job, understanding your purpose. Okay, let's go on. All right, card just fell. Queen of Pentacles. Authority and confidence in life. Very deep. Very fucking deep. All right. Okay. What? I mean, you didn't see my hands on camera, but I don't have no reason to lie about shuffling. You do understand that, right? Okay. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. All right. Okay. Second card. I'm done again. What the fuck? Again. Second fucking card from the ancestors. Okay? Authority and confidence in life. Authority over the environment. Loyalty. Supportiveness. Growth, that loot, that bread. Do you feel me? Life purpose. Hello? The pillars. What are we doing here? Says the universe. Right. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Listen. Limitless possibility and potential. Okay? Boundless expression and bold exploration. You got to be bold out here. Boldly be on your purpose. Hello? Right. Right. Don't look back to the crowd. Don't look back for approval. Don't look back for everybody to say, oh, yeah, that's going to work out great. Oh, yeah, sure, do that. Don't look for it. Hello? Right. Support your fucking self. Do you feel me? Do you dig me? And I don't mean that we don't have cooperative relationships with people. That's not what I mean. But I mean your source and your supply comes from God. Your source and your supply comes from the ancestors, comes from the universe, comes from self. Be whole and complete within the self. Do you feel me? And that's what I mean by not looking back to the crowd for approval of what? Your existence. What I'm talking about is who you really are. Do you feel me? This is the breaking news. This is this is what we have to come to terms with, I want to say. About who we are and where we are, in the world. And what that means. What you got to do because of where you are, who you are. Who you got to talk to, what tasks do you have to do next. That's what I'm talking about. Queen of Pentacles. Business. Handling business. But also bold exploration, though. Queen of Earth. Bold exploration. Boundless expression. You see how many ways existence is expressed on Earth? We got plants, all kinds. Animals, all kinds. Then there's the elements, minerals, the gems. All kinds of ways life is expressing itself just on the Earth realm. That's just Earth. You dig what I'm saying? Everything is unique. Even if it's the exact same plant or exact same species, everything has some sort of snowflake kind of, gorgeousness to it. This is what we have to teach the world. Okay, this is what we have to teach the world. That's where the money's at. That's where the abundance is. That's where the sustainability is at. That's what we have to teach the world. Okay? Because otherwise, climate change. This is another Earth card. 10 of Pentacles. Queen, 10. Hello? You're not going to do this. You're not going to make this kind of Pentacles following the crowd. I promise. I promise. Says the universe. I just work here, people. The universe is promising. Do you feel me? Hello? I promise I'm going to keep reading cards, okay? But the universe said, this bread, Okay? And the ancestor said this bread, this is the family card, legacy. Hello? Because you related to us. Is because is why it's 10 of Pentacles. Is why it's sustainable. Because you related to us. Is why you are this greatness. Hello? Right. Okay? So this is not about, they're not saying, so put respect on our name, even though obviously that's the law. But in this point that they're making here, they're saying put respect on your own name because you're related to us. And you've inherited freedom. Do you feel me? Amen, ancestors. Amen. Don't worry about what the groups say. Oh, nobody's been free. Nobody's free like that. Well, you can't be free. If people are free, you can't be free. You know, you can't do that, is the sensation that I'm getting. And what did we learn from Barack? We didn't learn nothing from Barack? Right. That's right. Yes, we can. That is correct. Very good. Very good, priesthood. Absolutely. Now, this has nothing to do with who Barack is as a person. Okay, or who he was as a president. That's a very interesting dude we met in our lifetime. Okay, and he said, yes, we can, and he happened to be absolutely motherfucking correct, is all I'm saying on that. All right, so there we go. Disappointment. Yeah. Yeah, I understand. There's a lot of disappointment. They said, okay, see, now that's deep, because I'm getting that this disappointment is connected to your association with the group, whoever the group is, or the people, or, you know, that's what's making you feel sad. That's the sensation that I'm getting. We're all bringing each other down. Okay. Generally, that's the sensation that I'm getting. Like, okay, so I'm getting a bad crowd, you know, like think about that as a parent, you know what I mean? Like if your child is running with the wrong crowd, you know, that sort of thing, and your level of concern, right? So that's the sensation that I'm getting. But then there's also where somebody's just not good for you, you know, like they're not attacking you. They might really love you, you know what I mean? But they're just not good for you. You know, they're not good for your purpose in life, in your existence. And so that's, you know, that's where I think, you know, like there's a crowd that's lowering your energy. And I this is going around. This is the whole wide world. Okay. And it's based on this crowd mentality, this group think. It's based on this need and codependency on the group, or on society and what society thinks, or what society approves of, or what people will think of us, or, you know what I mean? I mean, within reason, this seems toxic. This is what they don't like. So that's what I'm pointing to. I'm pointing only to where it's toxic. Where it exists and it's not toxic, that's not what we're discussing here today. Okay, so I feel that, you know, this is about the groups or the people or the associations that you have with others in humanity, that where it's lowering your energy down. It's making you sad for whatever reason, you know, because it lacks freedom, because it restricts freedom. You know, you're not free to be yourself. And that's the sacrifice. You're not free to be yourself in order to be with the crowd, in order to be acceptable or more acceptable or normal or seem normal, whatever. Get off on your floor. There's a spectrum, okay? But I suspect that sadness is coming from here. It's coming from that. It's like the group is holding the individual back, is the sensation that I'm getting. And not that the group is like holding them hostage against their will. You know, for whatever reason you're associated with whatever groups you're associated with, whatever. You know, they could be family. It could be family. You know, it could be family with the 10 of Pentacles. Or, you know, it could be anyone. You know, whatever equals this. It's bringing you down. It's not healthy for you. You know, whatever. It could just be you and your intellectual referral to them in your mind. You know, what they think. Oh, I don't know. Oh, what is this one gonna think of me? Oh, what is this one gonna think if I do this or do that? You know what I mean? And it could be that they might not be like trying to like force you. You know, it's just whatever who they are. They're important to you, or you love them, or you know you want their approval, right? We want each other's approval, right? Nothing wrong with that. But right now it's toxic for whatever reason. You know, maybe you're doing it to a point where it's toxic, or humanity is doing this. I suspect the children of God are not doing this as much as everybody else, but of course there's a spectrum, right? We are part of humanity. So where we do this, boom, okay? And, you know, if you don't have an example that's that, you know, that's that vivid, you know, because you don't do it as much or whatever, just look at other people, you know, look at humanity. This is what's happening. We're bringing each other down, generally speaking, with the sad, you know, we need each other. We're so desperate to be acceptable that we're not doing what's necessary, essentially, you know, because we fear disapproval or judgment, you know, embarrassment. Okay. Let's go on. Okay. Mutual respect. Mutual respect. I see. With the environment, with the earth, with the ancestors. Exactly. Exactly. That's what we have to teach humanity. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of our problems are based on a very few people, right? As we well know, making decisions for the whole, for the collective. And those very few people, generally speaking, don't have mutual respect with the environment. These are the people who form this framework of codependency on the group. Do you feel me? And then they legalized it and legislated it. Hello? Right. Right. So on certain levels, you have to identify with the group. And I mean in ways that are not healthy. That's what I'm pointing to now. Okay, because this is what they don't like. Okay, so in ways that are healthy, obviously do that. Obviously. Okay. So yeah. So these people don't believe in sustainability. They don't believe in it. They don't live by that code at all, except where their power is concerned and where their ignorance is concerned, where this framework is concerned. Keep the bullshit going. That's where sustainability is for them. If the bullshit stops, ladies and gentlemen, these people are finished. If this framework falls apart and people stop giving a fuck, because I mean, 1% versus 99%, y'all, come on now. Anybody else take a math class? Okay? Right. Right. That's you and your freedom. They don't want that. The framework builders over here for this, okay? They don't want you free. They don't want you to free your mind. Our job is to unplug people from the matrix. Yeah, it's dangerous work. Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. It's dangerous work, but not doing it, it's making us sad. Okay? On a spectrum. Everybody, all of humanity. You know, whether they understand this dynamic or not, this is what's making them sad. This is what's making them depressed. This is what's making them undermotivated, hopeless. This is it. This is this codependency on this framework. That's what's bringing them down. If they bust out and understand that they are one of one, and that we are the ones, and that we are the second coming. Hello? Right. See, then they can have their freedom. You see what I'm saying? Absolutely. So getting along with the environment, Mother Nature, mutual respect, sustainability, enough for everybody. That's what this represents. That's Okosi, the hunter, hunting, going out, getting more than enough for the tribe, for the village. Everybody can eat abundantly. Everybody could have seconds and thirds. Do you feel me? From the life purpose, from the secret knowledge, from the privileges that come with your association with the spirit, with the universe, with God, and with the superpowers that you have, your skills, benefiting all that come around you here with the support of Queen of Pentacles energy. You would be one with a healthy union energy. Okay, that's 44. Okay, so this is something that we have to master. This is 3. So we have to manifest this. This mastery is manifesting here. Okay, because I'm sorry, this is 21, right? So I put it 3. Okay, cool. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like this level of mastery, this union that has to be within. And also the framework has to be the universal framework, not the 1% framework. Because the 1% framework is not sustainable. It's not enough for everybody to live abundantly. So that's not sustainable. That doesn't honor us. That becomes toxic. We need to be free. We need to be free from that. Sorry about that. Okay, that was very interesting. Suddenly, my Bluetooth speaker cut off and then cut back on by itself. And then I was playing a video of Vandana Shiva. She's a physicist and a climate change activist. She's talking about we must fight back against the 1% to stop the 6th mass extinction. All right. So, boom. All right. Fantastic. So going back to the table here, sustainability. Look, confident that God loves us. Exactly. That's what you bet your life on. And you're going to hit the jackpot. Look like here. You could bet on God. That's what I know. See, because this framework, okay, are you picking up what seems to be happening? This framework is making us think we need it. We have to have it. We have to have what it gives us. Soda, junk food, baseball games, music, award shows, yada, 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 you know what we live, like. And so it's like celebrity. Oh, perfect. It's like celebrity. Like, what does it mean to be a star? We're starting to see what it means. It's grisly. It's grisly. Okay? Absolutely. It used to sparkle. Now we know that it's just a magic trick. It's just a trick of the eye. You dig what I'm saying? So that's what this framework does. It makes you think you need it. So in terms of societal approval, for instance, everybody's sad and disappointed because they're not rich and famous, right? But now we're finding out that the rich and famous are pretty sad and disappointed with all that money and all that, sparkle and all of those. Hello? Right. And when they want to look happy, what do? They take drugs. Hello? Facts. Okay? I'm just saying, I'm sure there's some happy moments. I'm sure there's some happy moments, but they be trying to really sell it to us like they have made it. They have arrived. They are happy. Until a few break out here and there and be like, oh my God, I was miserable. You know what I mean? And then that's how we see, oh, okay, I thought y'all motherfuckers was doing it up big, but if you gotta be all, sad and, running for your life all the time, licking balls and whatnot, excuse me, side note, okay? But I'm just saying, it's a very real thing, okay? So the point being, because we think we need it, and then our friends or the people around us, if we go away from it, they're like, what are you doing? You're being weird. You get the scarlet letter, because you're not aspiring to be rich and famous. Well, look at you. Look at your life. You're not anywhere close to being rich and famous. You're not worthy of being accepted. You see what I'm saying? Like, why is it, for instance, think about that. Right? Because this framework is telling you the height of life, the height of accomplishment is wealth and fame. That is the height of accomplishment, aka it would legitimize your existence. It would have been worth the effort of living. If you achieve this, you will have achieved it all. And then if you don't achieve that, right, for the many that don't achieve that or are not achieving that, they sit around sad because they're not achieving that, or they sit around trying to figure out how to achieve that. Do you feel me? But it's the sadness. It's nothing wrong with trying to achieve that. That's not the issue. The issue is the sadness if you don't. That tells you how much you're prioritizing this framework. It should not make you sad if you know you're here as one of one. If you know you have a divine calling, confident that God loves me. Hello? Mutual respect with the environment. You have authority and confidence on earth. Do you feel me? On earth, there's an inheritance for you. Okay, this is more than enough for everyone. It's the bloodline legacy. If you're born, you're entitled to a slice of earth power, at least over your own environment. That is the least you're entitled to, being related to the ancestors and being related to the universe. Obviously to the creator. That goes without saying for me, but shout out to the creator just out of respect. You dig what I'm saying? So you feel me? So people are holding, or men and women coming against each other like, you ain't shit, you're not close to fame and fortune. You're not even that valuable. You ought to be glad I like you. That sort of thing. And then there's arguments and fights and all kinds of things happen to people around what they believe is acceptable according to the framework of society. Only because they're afraid to step away and be an individual and take a chance on actually being happy, fulfilled, doing what you love, having more than enough without societal approval. That's the child of God treatment right there. Okay, go ahead. All right, I hope you got something out of that. Using words to remove obstacles. Okay, pow, pow, pow. Okay, so listen, here's the thing. It's multi-tiered. It's like a DNA strand. It's like a DNA strand. It goes around, and that's pretty the same, right? It goes around and round. Around doesn't change, right? It's it just goes around, but it's different every time, right? Because it's a spiral, right? So even though you went around, and that's the same activity that you just did, but once you go around again, you're higher up. You're in a different place. Okay, so that's the sensation that I'm getting here, in the sense of what you do gives rise to what the rest of humanity is going to do. What they did gives rise to what you did. What you did gives rise to what they did. Like that. Like, okay. So part of your purpose is to spark this Christ consciousness in humanity. Hello? Part of your purpose is to show up as whoever that you are, one of one, in whatever, your function is in life, right? So that includes money, right? That includes career, right? Business, the business lady, all right? Of course, right now, this is non-binary, okay? So that business energy, taking care of business, but in a nurturing way, in a way that nurtures you, like, why is taking care of business? I'm sorry, I'm going off road. Why is taking care of business mean you have to sacrifice the very things that nurture your existence? Like, why do I have to sacrifice my existence to exist? How does that work? You see how this framework is backwards, self-defeating, and really toxic in society? That's why you don't need these people's approval, whoever is subscribing to this framework. That's why you don't need it, because they don't know what the fuck they're doing or talking about or looking at or dealing with. You feel me? So what the fuck could they tell you about whether or not you acceptable? These motherfuckers live in Narnia. They live in the Matrix. Of course they're going to tell you adhere to the framework. They're programmed. to tell you that. Okay? So if you stay there, tussling and going back and forth with them on it, or going around, or just acquiescing, that's how you stay sad. And that's how you be sad. Because you believe what they believe. I'm not talking about being in the same area as them, because we live on earth. What the fuck? We're going to bump into each other. That's not the issue. The issue is, what do you believe about yourself and about reality? Period. You know? You free. You free to have fun. You know? If you want to go out to the club with the people from the Matrix, who, you know, and what I mean by from the Matrix is, I mean people subscribe to the Matrix. You know, if there's a moment of fun or whatever, that's cool. I'm not talking about that. You know, I'm talking about when it becomes toxic. That's what I'm talking about. You dig what I'm saying? Like, so you went out to the club, for instance, this is just an example. You went out to the club with some people who, you know, not really awakened. They still in the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? They don't even get it, you know, but, you know, they're live, you know, they turn up and you ready to turn up tonight. Okay. So you go to the club, whatever, everything's cool, you know, y'all having a great time. And then eventually, you know, the night starts going on and they start acting toxic. I don't know how, you know, whatever, anyway. And you start seeing what it is. Break out. You free. You free. Yo, I'm out. All right. Yo, it was cool. I'm getting tired. That's it. Fuck what they think. You dig what I'm saying? Oh, how you gonna come out with us and now you gonna... Hello? Do you want to go home with me? You riding? Okay, well, have fun, motherfucker, because I'm leaving. Fuck what they think. And I don't mean that it should be put across that way, but I mean ultimately, mathematically, fuck what they think, because you're one of one. Hello? You work for God and you represent what's good for you and what's good for people. Do you feel me? And you have to take care of yourself. You got to have mutual respect with who you are. You got to respect your own authority and your own entitlement to God's grace here sitting prettily. If you see motherfuckers are going in a way that you're not going to be sitting prettily. I don't know how they're going to be sitting, but you're not going to be sitting prettily, and you see that and you're just doing it to adhere. It's time to break away, because that's your job. Okay, that's your job. So say what you got to say to remove the obstacle. Do you feel me? Say what you got to say to remove the obstacle. Let them be sad if they're sad that you breaking away or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, sure. I mean, think about if Jesus was your homeboy. You know, while Jesus was hanging out, Yeshua, right? Boom. You love hanging out with him. But he said he's going to go now. He said he got to roll out. He got a long walk so he going to get started. And it's like, you've been having all of this fun, water into wine, you done ate some good fish sandwiches tonight, had a great jokes, deep conversations. Like, this dude is so cool. And now he's leaving. Hello? Right, that's where the disciples came from. Like, I don't know where you going. You ain't going without me. That's what I know. Like, hello? I can't do normal anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. It's like that. So if you leave people, you one of one. If they sad, if you leave, that's legit. That's reasonable. Don't be rushing back over there to be like, oh, okay, all right, I'll stay in the matrix with you. You can't do that. That's illegal, says the universe. That's illegal. Okay? That's the cost of your freedom. Yeah. That's the cost, is that you have to be free. You have to. Okay? You cannot enclose or encage or, you cannot restrict. You're not allowed. Just like somebody can't restrict you because the ancestors will come and bust their ass. If you restrict yourself, the ancestors will come and bust their ass and bust your ass. That's it. That's it. That's how that works. Okay? Because if you're not respectful to the Queen of Pentacles, if you're not respectful to this energy, right? And right now, for me, this is the best of you. This is the best of humanity right here. If this is not respected, this is the earth. Climate change. Period. That's right. Forced sacrifice. You must have mutual respect. The earth has already given us our entire playground of existence. This is where we live. Isn't that a sweet gift? Look how beautiful it is. Look at all the food. Anybody? Hello? Delicious. Think about fruit. Side note, think about fruit. Fruit is awesome. Think about if you didn't know nothing about fruit and then just like, put that together with what you know fruit is and how delicious it is. How you just going to be delicious like that? And then, like just naturally, just, you don't have to do nothing. It's fucking delicious. It's amazing. Like have you ever given a baby fruit? And like watch them eat something for the first time, they're like, holy shit, this is fucking delicious. You know what I mean? Okay, so anyhow, boom, I'm just saying she's given us so much, the earth, the creator, the universe, the ancestors, that we have to respect that. We have to respect that, and give it back. That's a must. That's what they said. That's a must. So what does that mean? Respect the law. Respect the laws of nature. Right, says the universe. I am the only framework, says the universe. God already created a matrix. It's called reality. Right. The other thing is a carbon copy, and it's a bad fucking copy. Do you feel me? Absolutely. It's compelling visually and maybe sensually, but not in its function. Because it's not sustainable. That's pretty obvious. It's not sustainable. It doesn't work well for everyone. Do you feel me? It's not healthy. It's toxic. That's another thing. So you see what I'm saying? The Creator's framework is perfect. Our function is to uphold it by performing our function in life. That is how we uphold the divine framework, and that is how we popularize the divine framework. And that's how you kind of tap on the bones, the pipes of the divine framework, and it resonates and lights up the entire web, the entire network. Okay, something's up with the web, y'all. Okay, so the entire network, so that people can see that it's a network. It's like the Akashic records. It's like the ozone layer. It's like something that starts to do some sort of aurora borealis type of thing that lets you know it's there. You know what I mean? It's like that. It's like when we come out, when we dare to stand in our position as one of one, when we dare to explore boldly and express ourselves and with our boundless potential and limitless possibility. Hello? Right. Then we're going to be showing the world, how do you do it here? Hello? How do you do it here? And that's how we're feeding, because they got us here, right? They got us here to where we're more psychic and we're, more in our truth, right? Shout out to the kids, right? We're more in our personal truth. You dig what I'm saying? And so now we're one of one. That's what time it is. And we're part of the natural framework. Okay? And so that's how the whole network will light up as we come forward. Because we're like the little antenna, that the Creator's putting all around the earth. And as we come out or come on or turn on or perform our function, hello? As we perform our function, like somebody turned the antenna on, you start receiving the downloads and then pushing out the energy through whatever it is that you do. And wherever it is that you go, now everybody can see the natural framework. They couldn't see it because they were all codependent on the matrix. So you see how you're unplugging just by existing people from the matrix. You're unplugging people just by existing and showing up in your function in this world. And then it starts to come on and other people start to perform their function. Other people start to realize they're one of one. And then it's the second fucking coming. Do you feel me? Bring the second coming. Oh, I am feeling it, universe. The universe said it's time for the second coming, and you're it, baby. You're it. Okay, I'm sorry. I get really excited. It's like the Super Bowl. It's like the World Series. You know, that's how it is for me. I'll be reading cards like it is the fucking Super Bowl. The, what do you call it? The playoffs. Okay, there you go. Men, did I get all the words right? Okay, cool. So, yeah, so the answer, right, exactly. Ancestors, final judgment. You don't need this. You don't need this framework. You don't need this societal approval. You need the ancestors' approval, final judgment. I know that's right. I know that that is right. And you over here said, I don't want to say you because it's a spectrum, mild to cataclysmic. Okay, you feel me? I'm just saying that because it's humanity and we are part of humanity. But largely, this is probably not you, but you probably have your moments, right? Am I right? Okay, and did I get all that correct? You probably have your moments with this where you're more concerned about the group or societal approval. You know, we have to live here. There's no shame in it. You should be able to, be in union with your community. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that instinct. But we see that it's toxic is all I'm saying. And so now we have to take responsibility for that because now we see that it's bringing us down, right? Because they've been talking about that a lot. Bringing the kids down. They don't like it. They don't like it. So we need the ancestors' approval. Final judgment. Okay. And here's that spiral again. That spiral is if you don't have the ancestors' approval, now that's something to be sad about. The ancestors said, I'll give you something to be sad about. Keep crying. Remember I told if you've been rocking with me. If you've been rocking with me. I was talking about how back in the days, I don't know, at least black parents was like, if you cried, whatever, they would be like, you keep crying like that. I'll give you a reason to cry. You know, they would. And it was a real thing, right? You had to cry right, right? So somebody's not crying right. There's humanity is not crying right, says the ancestors. Okay, because the ancestors are our relatives. They know us. Hello? Right. We are their kids. Okay, so they told us, we can give you something to cry. You want something to cry about? You want to feel sad? Keep getting on my last motherfucking nerve. Go ahead. Go ahead. You dig it? That's what I get out of it. That's what I get out of that. So the point being, not to accept this limitation. The point being not to accept the limit. Do you feel me? So they're saying it's like drowning in 3 feet of water. And you are passionate, or whoever's drowning in the 3 feet of water is passionate. Now, right now, this is coming to me as kids and parents or elders or grandparents or ancestors like that, you know, and you as the kid or the human as the kid is drowning in 3 feet of water, really feeling like they're having a hard time, just overwhelmed, genuinely overwhelmed. You dig what I'm saying? But it's because they're trying to hold on to something. Let's say they jumped in the water because their toy fell in the water. You know, their Happy Meal toy. Not even a toy you went out and bought or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like just a regular, no big deal, you know, kind of situation. But they, you know, this toy is meaningful, you know, or whatever. And they dive into the 3 feet of water. Well, okay, just come along with me. And now they don't know what to do. Oh, no. I can't find my toy. What do I do? I have to have the last, you know, Moana, you know, from the Happy Meal series, because otherwise, you know, little Benny is going to laugh at me, you know, or whatever. Okay. And for them, it's so serious. So serious to them. And then here the elder, the parent comes like, leave the toy, leave it. But why? Because it's bringing you down. You're freaking out. It's toxic. It's toxic. You're about to drown yourself and you could just be standing up and moving on with your life. Instead, you are creating this crisis by your attachment to this framework. You are creating an unneeded crisis. Okay? So that's the, see, here it is. Okay? The destroy world of the past. Destruction of the past. Okay? Yeah. Yes. This also comes to me as, like, for instance, civil rights. Just as an example, it's well known, especially after the, civil rights movement. It's a popular understanding of, if you say something, you're going to die. You're going to get killed. You're going to get shot here with this arrow. You dig what I'm saying? If you stand on these principles, if you stand on these lofty principles, because remember what happened to the last guy that stood up and said something, or stood up and was trying to be one of one, or broke away from the framework. Remember what happened to the last guy. Do you feel me? Hello? But this has to be done, because you're going to die anyway adhering to the framework, so to speak. Mild to cataclysmic. Do you feel what I'm trying to say to you? Okay, so that's what I was picking up on too. Let's go deeper. The second coming of Christ. I love it. Wow. Watch. It's so real, y'all. Okay, so I just feel like it's so real. Okay, I can't see shit just like you can't see shit right now. But I'm just saying, it's so real. I'm feeling it. Okay, so, right. Expanded awareness of how we do it here. Adulting. Taking care of business. This is part of taking care of business for you now. This is part of what you got to do here. Wabam, y'all. Oh, boy. A cycle is closed, and here's the tower. Yeah, that's right. What cycle? The old framework? Yep. The old framework. That's blowing up. Case closed on that. And what's causing that tower? You are. Children of God. That's why I get the sensation. And it's because you're aligning with this principle. You represent something bigger than you. The original unit, the original whole, the original Trinity. Okay. Go ahead. Shout out to Trinities all over the world. Hello. Okay. Shout out to the concept of Trinity. Shout out to that character in the movie as well. All right. Right. Mind blowing. You about to blow people's mind. You about to blow people's mind. That's your obligation, to blow people's mind. Did you know that? Yeah. You've been walking around trying to be quiet because the high priestess is quiet. With her knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Not that she won't turn up when she go to the club, but I'm just saying that don't mean you're going to know all of the secrets behind this curtain. That's hello? Right. Okay. So, quietly, you about to blow everybody's mind, cause a tower and a catastrophe to the matrix. Quietly. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Like you're going to walk in somewhere like, excuse me. And the whole fucking, hello? Like the whole like wind, everything's going to blast. You know what I'm saying? Like that sort of thing. You dig it? Energetically. You dig it? You're going to be blowing people's mind with your one of oneness. Yeah, because bold exploration, limitless potential. That gives me walking up the wall. That gives me all of the things that the characters were doing in the movie that was like amazing in the Matrix. That's the type, you're going to be doing things that hit people the same way. Like if you would see somebody walk up the wall, kick 9 cops' asses, one little lady, bust 9 cops' asses, crawl up the wall, jump from one building to the other building, roll down the stairs, keep moving. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that. That's how it's going to hit people. Like as if you did all that. Okay? That's what I'm getting here. Authority and confidence in life. Right. Right. Mutual respect. I get stability, and I mean stable relationship, stable connection with who? The ancestors, the universe. Okay? And stabilizing and anchoring that connection and all the power that it brings to who you are on earth. Not philosophical, not this is what I believe in. That's part of it. That's part of the whole integration of self. But also we have to have the earth part. Earth energy on the central axis, earth energy on the central axis. High priestess, major arcana overall, which means everything here is major. Everything here is major just on the strength of the high priestess being major. Do you see what I'm saying? Everything you about to do is going to be major. Even if it's quiet, small, hidden. Okay? It's still going to be major. Because you don't work for society. You don't have to do it according to their specs. You got to do it according to the universe specs. Ancestors. Final judgment. Laws. Hello? Facts. Final judgment. Listen. We about to blow people's mind. We under obligation. We under obligation to have authority and confidence in life. We under obligation. We're not under obligation to make these people happy or to win their approval. We got nothing to prove. You dig what I'm saying? Your success is not based on wealth and fame in the societal context. You dig what I'm saying? I mean, even though that's cool too. I'm not saying anything about that. I'm not saying it's not cool to be, like you can't be divine and wealthy and famous. But I think that's the issue. I think that's what we're talking about right now. Okay? It's not about doing it for the fame and doing it for the dollar. It's about doing it for God and becoming famous and rich because you did it for God. And that way, you don't have to worry about no shit coming up later on. Hello? That could take you down because you compromised yourself in order to get the approval from the matrix. Do you feel me? Okay? And then you wouldn't be sad either if you didn't hold yourself to, oh, I'm not valuable, I'm not meaningful, I'm not important, if I don't look like this, if I don't, if I'm not approved of, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck these people. You don't deserve, or I should say, you don't owe anybody sadness because you're not whatever. Beyonce, whoever, you know what I'm saying? Like, why should you sit around being sad? Like, everybody who's not Beyonce's got to be sad in life. Like, that's what Kelly and Michelle had to struggle with. Like the best thing to be was Beyonce if you're going to be born, if you're going to be alive. If you're going to be a singer, the best singer to be is Beyonce. No, you have to be one of one. Beyonce understands that. That's why she's Beyonce. Hello? So you see the nuance there? You see how close but yet so far away you could be? You know what I mean? All right, let's move on. Going after what you passionately want. That's what time it is. It's your obligation. You must. You see this here? That's a must. You must go after what you passionately want. You don't have permission not to, is what I'm getting out of this. Final judgment, because they said you want to cry, I'll give you a reason to cry. Because you're like, I'm not getting approval. Or whatever. I don't know. Miles are cataclysmic, or when this happens. Okay? But this is definitely going around. And I suspect that it's really not the children of God so much as it is the people who don't practice. Or the people who don't know God, or the people who's hooked up into this framework. But our job is to break that, break that spell. I'm going to say spell. Break that spell over ourselves and the planet. The planet is under a spell. Okay? It's just like people who don't live in America. People come to America because they believe all the bullshit that's said about America in the brochure. The brochure? Streets of gold, dreams coming true. You can do what you want to do. The land of limitless potential and possibility. Right? And it's all bullshit, as we well know. Right? Freedom? I don't think so. Okay, let's talk to the Native American ancestors and the African ancestors about freedom in America. Hello? Facts. So, you know what I mean? So it's time to keep it real. We have to show people how to do that sustainably. And that is by becoming in union and joining the framework and getting the approval of God, of the universe, of the ancestors. That is true sustainability, says the children of God to the world. Look like here. It's a must. The Creator has sent us here to tell these. It's the second coming. Sent us here to tell these people about their self. Isn't that what Jesus was doing? Hello? Let's call him Jesus. Just, because we've been calling him Jesus. You know what I mean? Let's just call him Jesus today. Shout out to your real name, Jesus. Okay? But what I'm telling you here and now today is that I feel that our purpose, which is activating right now, okay, we it's time to kind of settle in, and really just manifest. And I mean ourselves, be present, show up within, and on this planet for the benefit of all beings. Okay, so we must go after what we passionately want. Firm in our beliefs. Oh, you're about to make people firm in their beliefs about the spirit world, about God, about the ancestors. Yeah. You about to get people real firm in their beliefs. Why? Because karma's coming back to rock these motherfuckers. Do you see it happening? Do you see it? Hello? That's right. Believe that shit. That's just the beginning, people. That's just the beginning. Oh, there's more. Because they hitting up the underlings. They hitting up the little timers. Right. Yes. Yes, I'm talking about all of them. Puffy, all of them. Axl Rose, all of them. Okay? The mayor of New York. Small timers compared to your real enemies on this planet. Do you feel me? Hello? Right. Done more raping. Hello? Right. And throwing these little minions under the bus. These are minions. Hello? Right. And so what does that teach us? That teaches us that the framework is faulty. It's toxic. It's bullshit. Isn't that what we're seeing? Right. Okay? Who knew Suge Knight was the nice guy? Who knew? Right. Had me fooled. That's what I know. Had me fooled. Okay, so, all right. So you're bringing a tower to the framework. Okay, you're just by existing, just by doing your function, just by being free and not being codependent on the framework, on the approval of society. Right? Because the great people are usually the people who broke away. Those are the truly great ones. Right? Shout out to Prince right now. All right, Prince crosses my mind, but that goes back to ancient times, or Jesus, shout out to Jesus. Okay, shout out to Muhammad, Buddha, you know what I'm saying? Everybody who broke away from whatever framework didn't work and showed the way because they worked for God. Boom. Do you feel me? Absolutely. But this is not martyrdom. This is not martyrdom, right? Shout out to Jesus. That's the sensation that I'm getting because it's the second coming. So here's how it's coming to me. Jesus died for our sins, says the Christians. Well, let's go with that. If Jesus died for our sins, he said, I'm going to take this on, y'all, so that you don't have to. I mean, that's the basic bottom line. Am I right? Right. So now that it's the second coming, he said, when I come back, right. Okay. He said, I'm not coming to sing Kumbaya and hold hands with you bitches. I mean, I'm paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? But okay. So we're not talking about martyrdom. That was a specific task that needed to be completed in that time for that purpose. Hello? And now, when Christ consciousness is looking into the eyes of the devilish energy that's going on this planet here today, it's not going to be no, you crucified me. Now, that's not how it's going to go down. Not at all. See, that was the old world. And it's a shame life got to be like that. But we're here to make sure it doesn't have to be like that anymore. Right. For the children of God to be able to live on this planet in peace. Now, this is work to do, people. Okay, this ain't no motherfucking magic trick. This is work to do. You dig what I'm saying? But it's going to get done. Because it's the second coming of Christ. That's why. And we're it. And we're unplugging motherfuckers from the matrix, whether they like it or not. Do you feel me? Whether they motherfucking like it or not. Tower. The case is motherfucking closed. We're the ones with the power and authority. Why? Because we work for God. Understand, there is a framework already in place and it's perfect. Period in the story. We didn't come here to play with these people, cosmic cops. You dig what I'm saying? It's going to be mind-blowing. And then they're going to be firm in their beliefs. Wow, God is real. Because look at those people. Right. That's who you get to be, priesthood. You get to be the one that they're looking at when they say, wow, God must be real. You got a good job. You understand me, priesthood? You got a good job. You should be proud of yourself. Absolutely. What do these societal people know? You dig what I'm saying? If they said, whatever, you too unique, you standing out too much, you too different, whatever. You dig what I'm saying? Tower to all of that. Tower to all of that. And blow their mind and prove them wrong. That's what's up. Walking your divine path. Guided by the Spirit. Clear road. Doing what you and only you can do. Doing what thou wilt. Doing what you want to do because you got it like that. Hello? Right. Right. Because you don't operate by toxic principles. So you could do what you want to do. Freedom. Freedom. More than enough. Reaching your goal. Come on now. Sometimes, shout out to my ex-boyfriend before last. All right. Shout out to him because he said, sometimes you got to climb a hill. All right. It was a simple statement about some passing shit. But I have to say, in that moment, I was like, motherfucker, you are deep as hell. Okay. And I have to say, that's coming back to me. Sometimes you got to climb a hill. Do you feel me? Because we lived in Westchester. There's hills, there's uphill both ways in Westchester, I promise you. And so, hello? And I was like, oh my God, I'm from Brooklyn where the land is flat. Thank you very much. And so, so he was like, hey, sometimes you got to climb a hill. I was like, well, goddamn, nigga, that's true. Okay, all right. It's the little things. All right, so here, all right, I'm getting the sensation that it's not that you won't encounter resistance is my point. It's not that you won't encounter resistance. It's that you have the authority and confidence in life to keep it moving. Watch me. Like, oh, you can't do that. Watch me. Watch me. Well, you can't just sit there and expect this to happen. Watch the shit happen. And I'm just sitting here. Right. Okay, shout out to Buddha. Hello? Right. Didn't move nowhere, knew everything. Just saying. I mean, kilo, all right? Just saying. Boom, that's going to be you. That's going to be you. Doing your thing. I get the sensation making it look easy because, like I said, there will be some uphill, energy. You know what I'm saying? But it's not going to be the kind of uphill where you feel like, oh, I'll never make it. Oh, this is terrible. What's happening to my life? It's not that kind of thing. It's that while you're going up that hill. Something you need is up there. Simple as that. You that one that might go up a hill, if something you need is up there. You will do that. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the sensation. And you don't mind. This is what you do. You dig what I'm saying? So it's that sort of thing. It doesn't have to be a hill, but I'm just saying. Okay? Fantastic. Right, new world. Oh, the new world is up the hill. Oh, we going up the hill. We going. Abso-fucking-lutely. Okay, you know what I guess? Shout out to Martin Luther King. Mountaintop. I get the mountaintop. The one he was talking about, the promised land. Shout out to Martin Luther King. All right, abso-fucking-lutely. Yeah, he told us about this place, didn't he? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He told everybody about the promised land. He did. Shout out to the real Christians, by the way. He told us about the promised land. I'm getting the sensation of the promised land. That's what I'm getting, y'all. That's what he was talking about. You said you wasn't going to make it, Martin Luther King. You made it. You made it, baby. Okay? Shout out to Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? We must forgive him for his transgressions into the world of ignorance. You know what I'm saying? That's our brother. So anyhow, I'm getting a lot of activism energy around climate, around the earth, around peace, human peace, peace in humanity, peace in the world. Not in a romantic sense of the word, but for us in a more strategic, mathematic, and technological sense of the word. In a sense of, having a laser or some sort of advanced technology, a satellite, a drone, like it's on that level of activism. It's on that level in terms of intricacy, advancement, engineering, I'm getting all that juice off of the spiritual energy. It's kind of as above, so below, because they're doing their technology. We're doing our technology. It's organic technology. It's organic. You know what I mean? Absolutely. New world. We're going. All right. Fantastic. Bloodline legacy. I said that. I said that here. Here we go again. Abundant future. Sitting prettily, abundant future. Ten of Pentacles, what do you want? A new world? Hello? Doing what you and only you can do. Doing your divine fucking purpose. Do you see all the concentrated awesomeness in this area right here? From your refreshment of your purpose. From your secret knowledge, from your relationship and your connection to the spirit world. To God, to the universe, leads to sustainable awesomeness. Case closed, future, being born, change with the tower. Do you feel me? The winds of change here with this windy card, like a Knight of Swords kind of energy. Okay, it's windy. Okay, so I get winds of change. Winds of sudden ass change. Category 5 hurricanes. Climate change. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles. Expanded awareness. This is an age. This is a chapter that's closing this many layers, right? So this is like the earth level. Like something, all of the shit we've been talking about, all of the cycles closing. Well, now it's trickling down to the earth level. Cycles closing. So now the full manifestation is taking place. That's what these pillars was for. I'm sorry. That's what these pillars was for, yo. To manifest. That was my whole purpose with it. Well, they said that's what's happening right now. Just side note, I'm sure there's some version that you're doing. If you're not joining me with the pillars, there's some version that you're doing where it's the same thing. Okay. So, careful emotional decisions. That's what we're making from now on. We're not giving ourselves a reason to be sad by attaching ourselves to this false framework and then inventing sadness for ourselves when we know better. When we already know that shit is faulty. But it's so that we can have what? Friends? So that we could have what? Family? Because we're blood related to a person or, whatever. If you're anything like me, your circle is incredibly small. Because who the fuck knows? It's all about the real framework. You know what I'm saying? Not the artificial framework for me. I can't be worried about approval, and I can't really be hanging out real tight and confiding in people who give a fuck about the approval of society. You're not going to make it. hanging out with me. If that's what you know what I'm saying? I understand if you try to get society's approval to try to, do certain strategic things in life. I understand that, but if you really believing and subscribing to the matrix framework, that's different. You're not going to make it hanging out with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make you face fears regularly. And I don't mean because I'm going to be like, yeah, here, face your fears. I'm not. No, it's just hanging out with me is going to lead you into a situation where you end up having to face fears. And then, then you might want to cling. You want to cling to your familiars, of course. And then we're going to have to shake these people off. Like, nah, get off me. I got to go. What do you mean? You know what I'm saying? What do you mean you're scared? No, I got the jump. I got to jump out the airplane. Like, I work here. You know what I'm saying? I got to do my motherfucking thing. So, you see what I'm saying? So, it's just like, let them go. Let the careful emotional decisions. Don't get yourself in the framework of attachment. Where you can manage it. I'm not talking about where you can't manage it. Work in tandem with the universe and the ancestors, and that's all the support you'll ever need. And God goes without saying, shout out to God just out of respect. You know what I'm saying? Don't make God sad, because God is sad in that card. Don't make God sad, divine child of God. Don't make me sad and make it so I wasted my motherfucking time creating you. You are the solution to the world's problems, priesthood. Yeah. Whose solution? God's solution. The universe's solution. Don't you know the universe is protective of itself? It's natural. Just like we have an immune system, the earth has an immune system, the universe has an immune system. And right now, it's activated. We are part of the immune system of God. And it is trying to attack this negative energy. This foreign actor, this free radical. You dig what I'm saying? That's in the body of the people. Do you feel me? It's the second coming of Christ. It's a healing. It's a mass healing. It's the sensation that I'm getting. And it's going to make people firm in their beliefs that God is real. Some sort of tower is going to happen. This is bigger than us. This is going to happen on many levels. This is you and your career and coming out and showing yourself to the humanity. This is coming out and speaking spirituality in a way that's professional or business oriented or corporate or technological or scientific or, you know what I'm saying? Getting God involved in the world, in what it is to live here, right? Because all of our ancestors from all over the world, all of our ancient ancestors had God in their life. Period. End of story. The age of reason produced great unnecessary sadness. Hello? Trying to be reasonable without God, that's unreasonable. You just fucked yourself right there. You dig what I'm saying? Now you're not even being scientific anymore. Everything has to be included in exploration. It got to be bold exploration. You can't be afraid of the spirit world if you're really trying to do science. That's what I say. Okay? Fantastic. So, child of God, God was sad, disappointed in the children of God. So this is definitely humanity, the humanity that subscribed to the matrix that God would be talking about. God doesn't want that for you. Don't be hanging out with the wrong group. All right? And right now, hanging out with the wrong group is not trivial or superficial in the sense of you can't physically be sitting in the same room or, participating in the same activity. Like, if you go to the movies, there's many different humans in the audience. So, if you go to a concert, so it's not about stopping you from doing that so much as believing and subscribing to this toxic group think to the point where it's bringing you sadness because you think having their approval is somehow something you're supposed to have. You don't need their approval. What you need is their money. What you need is for them to have respect for your space. And that doesn't mean they become terrific people. That just means that it's quite impossible for a sacrifice for them not to respect your space because you have authority and confidence in life. If they get it twisted. You know what I mean? You know how to build it, set it up just so that it's It deters people, you know, from being disrespectful. But of course, it's not a guarantee that people won't be disrespectful. You dig what I'm saying? So you're just setting up the parameter to try to encourage respect. You know what I mean? Okay. So I get the sensation that it's about you coming into the world in a new way. And that is going to be an example of how the other humans are to come, you know, outside, essentially, in a new way, you know, to manifest completely as a child of God. Sanctuary. See, that's the change. That's the new world. Sanctuary. You see how we're building with the pillars and the sanctuary? Hello? Right. It's our world. Bloodline legacy, inheritance, abundant future, Ten of Pentacles. Okay, family, sustainability, more than enough everyone. Okay, Oshun, physical representation of emotional connection, right? Giving people something they can feel. Giving us something we can feel from the universe. Giving us the love that we know we're special with the priesthood. That's a special thing. You dig what I'm saying? And then letting other people know, hey, you too. You're special too. The difference between arrogance and confidence. You know, like I love myself, I'm fabulous. But that's not to the exclusion of others. I love you too, you're fabulous. That's the difference between confidence and arrogance. Arrogance ain't concerned about you and what's lovable about you. Hello? That's the difference. Hello? And that's what I see that we're here to teach people, you know, how to think highly of yourself without discarding other people's value and importance. You know, and also what is the measurement of highly? Why would we think highly of a person? Because they're rich and famous? Then that's what you get, humanity. Okay? You thought these people were great people? They're wonderful because they're rich and famous? They're good character? They have good character because they're rich and famous? You see what I'm saying? It's changing the whole framework of value. That's what we're here to do. Okay? So, bam, that's the new world. The Creator wants us to rebuild. And she's sending us in as like the construction people. She's sending us in as the developers. We're the developers. She wants to build something new here. Okay. Yeah, we're the developers, not the construction people. You know, in terms of building the new building. That's what we got to rally humanity together. You dig what I'm saying? Like we rally ourselves together. We're doing this within. We're doing this among our own community of priests and high priestesses. And then we have to do it among the humans. You know? Okay, go ahead. By way of our divine purpose in life. This is huge. Okay, I'm acting calm because I'm here sitting with cards. Okay, right now. So it's allowing me to be calm. However, this is huge. What I'm saying, there's so many layers to the shit. It's so many facets that are going to be manifesting in life. So that's why you always got to be chilling when you listen to my readings. I mean, I recommend this. Okay, so you could get the full dynamic, soak it in through your DNA, because there's things I'm saying, things I'm not saying, things you see. I'm acknowledging this, some of things. You know what I'm saying? There's many layers. There's only so much we can get done in the space of an hour or so. So, you know, get all of the osmosis, you know, just soak it in from the environment, the information, because this is big. This is a big deal. It's going to change the world as we know it. And we are that change. We are that change. And yes, we can. All right? Fantastic. Trust, bursting free. See, we thought we could trust the framework. That's what everybody thought. You know, everybody wakes up at different times. For me, I was awake early because my parents were in the civil rights movement. They're black, so, you know, being black makes you face shit. You know, like there's a few roles. You don't have to, but it's kind of it's kind of hard not to deal with the hard knocks and the hard realities of life when you're black. So, all of those layers caused me to be awake earlier than most people would be. Generally speaking, obviously. And so some people came and woke up to the whole Matrix thing, as adults. I don't know how old you were. However, I feel like the people who are not awake yet, this is the feeling of waking up, this disappointment card. Okay? Just like in the Matrix, like the red pill. This is what happens after you take the red pill. This is what happens. Okay? You're disappointed. Yeah. Okay? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because, the destruction of the past. Look at this place. It's a mess. It's a fucking mess. You dig it? And this could be coming out in different forms. You could look at people, places, relationships, and feel the same way. This is a mess. How do we fix this? You know what I mean? And of course, it's a different answer depending on what it is and who it is and all of that, right? But here's what the fixing is really bottom line all about. It's a new world. We're running. Don't be running with the wrong crowd, looking for approval from people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about and don't even know that they're attached and codependent on the Matrix framework. They don't understand that that's happening. They don't understand the significance of that, and that there's even a place that's alternative to that, called reality. They think they live in reality. Yeah? So you can't help. You dig what I'm saying? Except to be the truth of it all. That's all you can do for these people. You can't tell them shit. Using words to remove obstacles, disappointment. You can't tell them shit. They're judgmental. Final judgment. It's very disappointing. And if you keep grasping for their approval, you're going to stay sad and disappointed. Do you feel me? Because it can't be trusted. Their approval, how you win it, what it takes to get it, what's it based on, that can't be trusted. Here with the trust card, safe haven. It's not a safe haven. You dig what I'm saying? It's like people who invested their life work into a company, and then the company goes belly up and all of the 401k that you invested in is gone. They stole it. So now you worked all that time for what? Or you spent your life, sacrificed time with your kids, sacrificed time with your mate. You're now twice divorced, but you've been at this company for 20 years. Because prestige, because what it makes you look like, because it pays you very well. And you've been very loyal to the company, and all of a sudden the company's like, hey, Bill, listen, I'm sorry. We're going to have to let you go. Like, wait a minute. When I pulled you motherfuckers out of the hole during the 2008 real estate crash, or whatever. You dig what I'm saying? Again, it can't be trusted. Bursting free from limiting beliefs. You can't trust the shit. Broken-hearted empress. Hello? The framework is faulty. Okay, it's rigged. As my man Trump would say, shout out to the Republicans. All right, fantastic. Justice. There was no justice in that system. There's no justice in that system. I'm sorry, we had to marinate for a second. There's no justice in that system. So what are we still doing here? Right. The case is closed. Okay? Says the universe, says the children of God. That's what time it is. Okay? That's what time it is. Using words to remove obstacles. Justice card. Hello? Give yourself some justice. Call forth justice. Literally and figuratively. In this world. Seeing root causes clearly. Right. Seeing the matrix code. You feel me? That's justice. That's freedom. Burst free from your limiting beliefs. Surrender to the superior power of the spirit. You're going to be disappointed. Anyone. Okay, and I'm sorry to keep saying you, but I hope that you hear me and feel me for best results. I mean, you in general. Okay. The disappointment, sadness attached to the old framework, that's what the bursting free is all about. Seeing the root causes clearly, calling forth justice. This is an act of revolution. That's what I get out of that. It's revolutionary to do your purpose. Understand that. Being a high priest or a high priestess is an act of revolution against the matrix. The civil rights movement continues. Look like here. And now it's on the scale of humanity. It's about the human race, and not in a romantic sense of, oh, let's all hang a hand, hold hands and sing together. And I'm talking about real serious shit. I'm talking about rocket science level. This is serious, it has to be handled in a certain way, kind of thing. And it's here. What are we trusting? We're trusting God here. Bursting free of your limiting beliefs, surrender to the superior power of the spirit here. This is all about trusting God. The people who didn't trust God is going to be disappointed. This is how you feel when you wake up, when you take that red pill. This is how you feel. I'm sorry. I'm like on 70 different layers. It's like Inception, But yeah, listen. You're disappointed to see that things are in the condition that they are, that what's real is, it's like how you've been lied to and manipulated and used. And so have your ancestors, and generation after generation, where you have been used. For instance, with the American white people, for instance, because I do realize that ancestrally you're from all over the world, but let's say American white people, they've been lied to about the level of respect they're receiving in society. So the benefit for black people, if we could call it that, is that they at least know they've been stabbed in the back. They know they've been violated, for whatever that's worth. But, a lot of American white people think they're privileged because they get, just like Cassie, okay, because they get these little gifts, they get these little perks, but it's all so that you will join in and uphold this framework, so that you will help the real enemies of humanity. Hello? So that you will help the real enemies of humanity hold this negative framework together. And they give you gifts. You see what I'm saying? Just like Cassie was making him making Puffy look more legitimate, accomplished. You know what I'm saying? Look at his beautiful girlfriend, right? Drop dead gorgeous. All right. Staying with him for a while. She's been with him for a while. She'll do anything for him. He's more and more handsome since he's been with her. Right? I'm not a Puffy lover, but I'm just saying he's more handsome than he was. And that's a fact. That was Cassie's energy all over this fool and all those other beautiful women's energy. You know what I'm saying? But so you see what I'm saying? And then what did he give her? Gifts. And he is fucking destroying this girl. And then he'll give her some money, a car, a house, or whatever. Right? Put a song out. Let's make a song, or whatever. Right? Okay. So same principle with the American white people. And so when they wake up, they're going to be disappointed. For those of them who have not waken up yet, they're going to be disappointed. Like, wait a minute, you've been lying? Like, wait, granddad, you helped? Like, you helped lie. It's like being lied to about Santa Claus. And you find out that Santa Claus isn't real. It's the same principle. We all have the same enemy. All the children of God have the same enemy. That's what we need to start saying. Instead of saying, oh, we all bleed blood red, or we all breathe air, or we're all the same. We're not fucking all the same. We are one of one. Hello? Right. Don't tell an artist we're all the same. I don't want to hear no shit like that. I don't want to ever fucking hear that. Hello? Right. Right. Maybe on one level, but not all of these bitches. Okay, that's a problem, right? So, hello? We're one of one. And that's what makes us the same. We're the ones, right? That's the sameness. We are the ones. So we don't need to break away from each other. We need to break away from our real enemies and the people who uphold the framework of our real enemies. Okay? The ones who want to see God perish, the ones who want to see God's plan fail, those are the real enemies of humanity. Hello? Anything else is just a point of interest, a design, something lovely, like all the plants and flowers and all the different animals. Like, what if every animal was a zebra? Really? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying the real distinction needs to be made between the children of God and the real enemies of humanity. Do you feel me? Everybody else has to wake up. Okay? All the kids that's not up yet, boom, we got to unplug them, no matter how old they are. Okay? We got to unplug them. And the people who upheld the framework and they still want to stay over there and uphold the framework, they're going to be disappointed. You know, most of us already been through this. And we have each other and we have God. We have the universe to help us through the process. They're not going to have any of that, people. This is a big deal. Okay, let's go further. I hope you got something out of that. I know I'm going in, but this is the spiritual world news. All right, fantastic. Ancestors boo. Ancestors boo. Yeah, oh, come on. Profound realization for this. Oh, shit. Okay, here's the thing. You are holding yourself separate from the ancestors. We have to understand. See, this is where the union is healthy. This is where it's integration. Okay, this is where it's integration. Okay, they want to integrate with us, the ancestors. Okay, I get the sensation that they are saying, do not hold yourself separate from the ancestors. You are a part of us. You are the ancestors of those yet to be born. That's been coming up a lot. And I get profound realization of self, Hierophant. Pow, high priestess, Hierophant. The high priest, the high priestess. Come on now. First card, final card. Come on. Okay? And I mean first card under the sun, you know, under the universe here, right? Boom. Right. You are one of us. You don't have to be separate from us. You are not separate from us. You are one with us, says the ancestors, says the universe. You are one. Don't hold yourself separate and don't hold back from the abundance that is yours. All right, fantastic. Listen, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that gave you some very good juice. All right. For more deep ass readings, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Your way out. Pick up a copy of Discriminating Wisdom over at Amazon. All right. Make sure you're out here discriminating wisely. And I'll see you again here soon, party people, behind the black veil.